Hi everyone, thanks for logging on to My Fox Hurricane. I'm meteorologist Valerie Mills. We are tracking Tropical Storm Imelda just off Florida's east coast, as well as Hurricane Umberto, the two actually interacting with each other just a bit, where the wind field around Umberto and the overall steering is impacting Tropical Storm Imelda, but in a good way, as we are going to watch this take a sharp turn out to sea. And for the day ahead, most of our impacts here for the state of Florida and the southeast are going to be felt Monday into Tuesday, and then this starts to pull away rather quickly. As of Monday morning, we have been watching this move right over the Bahamas, and in fact, as we take a closer look at satellite and radar, we did see kind of the main center of Tropical Storm Imelda move right over the Marsh Harbor area, and you see some of the squalls that have been starting to impact portions of the east coast of Florida. But the good news is the brunt of the energy with this storm, the heaviest rain, is going to remain offshore. I zoom out and give you a big picture though, and you see all of the cloud cover, all of the deep tropical moisture that extends well up the southeast coast. We already have high rip currents in place today. That is going to be the trend through the week. Here's the latest on Tropical Storm Imelda. In our latest 11 o'clock advisory, we have seen this strengthen just slightly, but we did have tropical storm watches up for the east coast of Florida. Those are no longer in place, as this is going to stay far enough offshore before it takes that sharp turn to the right. Winds sustained at 60 miles per hour. It's still moving due north at about 9 miles per hour, but look at the trend. As we get into Tuesday, we start to see it really take that turn out to sea, and it's going to continue on that track. But in this advisory, we now have it up to Category 2 strength as it approaches the island of Bermuda. And really, Bermuda is right in the middle of this forecast cone. It's as we get to late Wednesday and Thursday where it's going to be making a close pass to the island. And really, this actually looks like could be moving very close. Maybe we're talking about a potential landfall, but at this point, we're going to really continue to fine tune exactly where it passes to the island, because that is going to really determine if it gets the worst side of the storm or lesser impacts from that. So we'll be watching that closely in the coming days. But you see the overall trend. We were talking about impacts for the Carolinas and Georgia. They are no longer going to be feeling the worst of those impacts as far as rain impacts as well. Significantly lower totals than what we were talking about just a couple of days ago, when this was looking like it was going to make more of a track to the north before taking that turn out to sea. As for tropical storm force winds, the brunt of those, as I mentioned, staying offshore. You see all of these darker colors. That is where really the worst of the wind is going to be in place today and through Tuesday. We still will be dealing with some stronger wind gusts, mostly in the 30 on the high side, 40-mile-per-hour range. You see where those stronger gusts are possible, though, still for portions of the Bahamas. They continue to be under those tropical storm warnings. As for our wave heights, we're really going to watch for this onshore wind all up and down the east coast and really extending up to the Carolinas even. We have that high rip current risk in place today and the next couple of days, so those impacts will be felt in the week ahead. There's Hurricane Umberto, which actually, as this starts to break down the ridge of high pressure, that is what's helping guide Tropical Storm Imelda as it basically just starts to follow that track. You see it kind of take on that path right behind Hurricane Umberto, which is going to be overall less of an impact for the island of Bermuda, as it is going to pass on the north side. But then as we look closer at Imelda, there you see Bermuda, very close pass at this point. Will the center of circulation pass to the south or to the north of the island? That will be one of those small details that kind of determine the strength of how much wind and rain we get out of that system. A quick check on Hurricane Umberto. Still a very powerful Category 4 storm. It actually reached up to Category 5 status over the weekend, but you see the overall trend with this one curving up and around the island of Bermuda, keeping the worst of the weather away with that, as it still will pass near the island as a Category 3 downgraded to a Category 2 strength hurricane by the middle of this week. Otherwise, as we check out our named storms, we are now on to our J named storm past Imelda. We will be tracking Jerry here, and overall, no sign we'll see that in the next coming days. We'll keep you updated right here on My Fox Hurricane.